Through the scope. This is Queese.
B.
Thank you everybody that been supporting us, man. Check out the channel, follow on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, follow the socials, Twitter, Instagram, all the socials there, man. Everybody, we gonna get into this episode here. Let's do the scope. Let's go.
All
right, man. So this we're gonna get into today, y'all, man. We're gonna talk about some of these topics, man. We're gonna be spitballing some topics this time. There's a lot of things that been going on. We're gonna cover a lot of basketball, a couple basketball topics. Might even throw in some music with all this beef and stuff going on these days. But as far as the NBA awards, man, we just got the award season coming up.
Right.
It's been a topic of discussion with the season concluding.
Of what?
You got the MVP awards being big talked about. You got the most improved, sixth man, all these awards, right? Getting Defensive Player of the Year.
My boy got snubbed for most improved by seconds.
Who?
Chenzo.
No, I don't care, man. Philly, man. As long as Maxey won that joint, I don't care who gets snubbed. I don't care who gets snubbed.
Yo, he got snubbed.
Maxey won that joint, I don't care who gets snubbed.
Can you imagine getting snubbed by seconds?
Good step, man. My man is now.
He took a huge step.
I mean, he won to average 20 in the game, which was still like a step, right? He's still, already there. When they took another step in becoming a solidified second player, can make him number one on some nights when Joel out. Yeah, man. Put my mans there. I see a lot of y'all talking about Kobe White. Man, Kobe White went up to 19 points this year. Last year, he had like 9 or something like that.
He improved, but he ain't there yet.
Y'all forgot about the 2 years before that. He was averaging 15. He just had his minutes cut. So he really went from 15 to 19. That's only 4 points. I see a lot of y'all trying to throw in Kobe last year to this year. Nah, man. He started off hot. He got his minutes cut. And then he got his minutes again, and that's why he had 19.
Hey, listen,
that's all I'm saying.
The boy can ball. The boy can ball. I like him when he got drafted. I like this style of play. I said he's gonna be all right. So he can ball.
My thing though for you though, my question for you though was like, when you talk about these awards, these are individual awards,
right?
But every time we get into these debates,
here we go. What is
whether it be pundits or the average person,
what is it?
They always bring in team success and team records into these individual awards.
Okay, so what are we talking?
Should team success matter in these individual awards?
Depends on what they are. Yes, I actually do believe so. If you're telling me you're the most valuable player in the league, but your team is like number 5 or 6, yeah, how? You're the most valuable player on that team. You ain't the most valuable player in the league if you can't elevate your team to victories.
But all right, but you could always go a rebuttal to that.
Which is?
I feel like if you do something transcendent and your team is at least 500, all that other stuff is irrelevant to me.
How?
When Russ averaged a triple-double, they made the playoffs.
That was a transcendent.
That's what I'm saying.
He
deserved to win it.
That was a transcendent thing, but that was. How do you say that? That was a once. I guess I guess.
Yeah, he won it off of that. Like that,
I know he won off of that, but to me, I feel like. What's the good of having that if it doesn't get your team victories? That's all I'm saying.
It did. Got him in the playoffs.
That's not all right, to a certain degree. Right. To a certain degree, it is. But what I mean is you don't elevate, like, what were they, like 6? They was like a 6 seed when he got in, right? 5th or 6th?
6th or 8th. One of those. It was one of those.
Yeah, they was a low seed. They wasn't a high seed.
But he didn't have help. So, I mean, he elevated them because that team had no business even getting that far.
He carried them all
right. That team had no business getting up there. But then again,
hold up. Chris Paul did the same thing when he got the OKC with even worse a roster. He got him into the playoffs. That's what started his whole thing with them talking about putting him in the MVP category. But then
he had somebody else. We talking about he still had Shea though. He had
Shea wasn't Shea then. Even Shea said that. Shea said he learned how to be who he is now.
He helped galvanize the troop. He had some pieces there that was becoming who they were.
Right. They were becoming. When they sent him to OKC, we all said he went there to die. That's what everybody said when we first got there.
That's true.
Because the team wasn't ready. It was a bunch of young bucks. And we felt like they weren't ready. We like, he ain't gonna do nothing with that team. And lo and behold, he got them in the playoffs.
Yeah, he just didn't do nothing transcendent.
Right, he just didn't do nothing. But if
he did something transcendent, I would have given him MVP. If you combine the two, I'm giving you MVP. But Russell did something transcendent, so the record doesn't mean as much as it normally does. My thing with that is MVP, right? If you Jokic, right? Jokic got, they second, right, for the best record.
Okay.
Basically like a half a game away from first. Okay. But Anthony Edwards' team got the third, and then OKC was first.
Yeah.
But people got Jokic in the league for getting MVP.
Again,
but they got the better records. Even Luka has had almost a better year than all of them individually. If you talk about individual, his team finished 6th.
But he does the same thing he does every year. That's the crazy part.
He took a little bit. He took a bigger step this year, where it now.
Is it more efficient?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He took a big step, right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's more efficient with it. But
and the West got harder. So him doing this now, when the West got harder, now allows them to,
But I'm just saying the problem with Luka is what you're saying is what you've been saying
right
since he's been here. Is he getting better at it?
Yeah,
absolutely. But it's still the same thing what you've been saying. When Joker got his first MVP, as much as I was like Joel should have got it, you can understand why Joker got it.
He did something transcendent.
Right, he did something transcendent.
For a big man.
Right. This year, no, I think Shea should get it, as far as I'm concerned.
I'm not mad at that.
I think Shea should get it. That's my personal opinion. Shea should get it because of what he has done with that team and what you can see in him.
Yeah.
The improvements and the leaps he made in his own game to even get the OKC to where they at.
All right, well, that's the MVP. Now we got other awards. Right. Now, I think this question you could hopscotch too, depending on the award.
What is it?
Defensive Player of the Year, team success don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter to me.
Let me think. Defensive Player of the Year.
Because Wemby's Defensive Player of the Year.
No, that don't matter.
Wemby's Defensive Player of the Year, and the Spurs
even if he wasn't.
I'm just saying though. I'm just saying though.
I don't think that matters because being the Defensive Player of the Year means you was the
you
bull.
did your job.
Yeah, you did your job.
If the numbers show
I'm not
that,
mad at that. That's individual. I ain't mad at that.
If your numbers show that you on the court, the defense gets significantly better than when you off the court.
Right.
And you got the stats, to back it up, steals, blocks.
Yeah. No. Defense is individual. I'll go with that.
Most improved.
I'll go with that as individual.
That's
because
double there.
Because most improved is meaning you improved.
I get it.
I like that because you as a player improved. Meaning, if you say you like for just ground based conversation. You came in the league, you couldn't shoot. All of a sudden now you 40%, 45%, 50% 3-point shooter. You improved.
Do you believe in empty stats?
Yes, there are empty stats. There's absolutely.
So if I'm somebody that average 15 a game and I go up to 25, but my team is worse and we last, and I increase my shot attempts, that's probably why. Because I think we both agree if you want a bum team, it's easy to score a lot of points because you're taking all the shots, right?
It is. But
so if I improve that way,
but when you're doing that from Jump Street, that's the difference.
It don't matter if I'm getting more opportunity to shoot now. And I'm taking my attempts another 8-9 attempts, and my team lasts. But I'm jacking away.
But see,
jump shots.
Well, that's the point of which I don't like just saying. That's what I'm saying. When I say most improved, I got to see more than just increasing points. I got to see increasing how the way you play the game. Like your IQ got better, your style, and how your efficiency got better.
But high usage usually gets the points. Point example: Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal was putting them numbers up because he was in Washington.
Right.
Anytime he went anywhere,
but he never got an award over there.
When he got to Phoenix, you see a lot of inconsistencies in his numbers, right?
Right, that's what I'm saying. He never got an award in Washington, though.
But I'm saying, but the numbers was beautiful.
They were, but look at the team he was on.
Look at the numbers. Those are most improved numbers from what he started to what he started averaging in Washington. That's a most improved candidate.
Did that team get the playoffs a couple times too?
Not with him. They didn't get there till they had like Russ.
No, I thought Bill got there one time.
When he had Wall. Once Wall left, they didn't get there.
I gotta check that. I thought they got one time. I think
they made one time because that's when Paul Pierce hit that game winner.
Yeah, they about to say they got
Paul
there.
Pierce hit that game winner that one time.
Yeah, I about to say I know they got there, but
that's when they had. Ain't that when they had?
Who?
They had some. Didn't they have some point guard there? Now Wall was there though. Wall was there that Pierce year.
Wait, Pierce was there?
Yeah, I think Wall was there.
Check that. Yeah, I'm not too confident on that. Check that.
Let me see that. Wall was there.
Wall was there. He played all season.
Yeah, Wall was there. Wall played 79 games out of 82.
Okay, so Wall was there. All right.
So I mean,
so Bill has never made the playoffs without him.
Yeah, Bill. I'm going to the next year. Wall was still on the team. I think this was his last year.
Yeah, you gotta go almost.
No, he played 77 games that year.
Yeah, I go about 2 more years I think before Wall left.
Wall still there. 2017, 2018. Let's try 20. No, Wall still there.
As I say, you gotta go 2 more years before Wall left.
All right, 2019. Wall. I think Wall was injured for the year that he played 32 games that year.
Yeah, he was injured that year.
So he didn't really play that much, right?
So that's crazy, Bill.
And they finished 32 and 50. Well, Wall played 32. They finished 32 and 50.
Say under 500.
And Bradley Beal averaged 25 a game. No Wall, 25 a game. Then, the following season, they finished 25 and 47.
Are they making the playoffs any of them seasons? No, right?
Not at 25, 47.
Yeah, I know.
His numbers went up to 30 a game.
Okay, so he's
what I'm saying? So they're going up, but the team is performing worse. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got a guy like 30 and 6, 36 and 4. Great numbers. Team got worse. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to think, who won that award where the team wasn't that good, though?
Most improved?
Yeah.
Let me look it up right now. That's what we got Basketball Reference for. So you got Ja Morant. His team's good.
Right.
Utah with Lauri Markkanen. Did they do good? Utah.
This year, last year.
Yeah, let me look it up. I got the chart right here. Utah went 37-45, so they didn't do good.
So he won it. That's what I thought.
He won it.
He won it, but the team didn't do good. That's what I thought. They don't got much team success with that award.
Do you think it should though?
Not with most improved. That's what, not with most improved, because I think that bases off of you, like how you have improved as a player. Like I said, if it's just points,
But it's different. It's different marketing though. The year he got it was the year after they lost Donovan Mitchell. So like
same thing happened. They lost their star. He got more opportunities.
But he not a star. So I'm not looking for the team to get better. You know what I'm saying? They won 49 games with Donovan.
Right.
They lost Donovan and they lost Rudy too.
Right.
And then they went to 37. So I mean that makes sense. Like
but he still got better.
Who?
Marketing.
Marketing got better, but
Right,
I'm not expecting the team to get better.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. I don't attribute that award to team success, because depending on who the player is, they might not be that effective of a player for them to win it.
I feel like it should though, just because like it depends how dramatic it is.
If that's just 6 man, that's one thing. But
That's
one
thing, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But if it's just a player that's on the team that just made a drastic jump that wasn't even, you didn't even look at to be a scorer, and all of a sudden now he a scorer, nah, I got to give it to him.
Think about it. Everybody else team here winning that did it though. Julius Randle, Brandon Ingram, Pascal, Oladipo.
Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, 2019.
Victor, I don't think the year Victor won, was he on Orlando or Indiana?
He was on. Remember that was a big year for him.
Was he on, Orlando or Indiana?
He was on 2018, 2019. I think that's what it was. He was on Indiana. That's when he took the jump. That's when he made the All-Star team.
I think he was better in Orlando, but that's just me.
And then you got McCollum. You know, he was always, because Portland was always good. They ain't never really fought. Jimmy Butler.
With what? Chicago or Miami?
Yeah, Chicago.
Chicago. I don't think they made the playoffs.
Paul George.
Paul George, Indiana. I already know what that happened.
You know what I'm saying? So you got these dudes who, you know what I'm saying, who made it there.
Yeah, I still don't think that award should be so much attributed to team success. Just me personally, just off the fact, like I said, I'm looking to see what changed in you.
Yeah.
Not just in the team.
What about 6 man?
That's all. That has to be team success for me personally. There's always been team success for me. I can't stand when a player gets it and a team is mud. I just can't stand that. So for me, team success has to attribute to 6 man, because you are the guy that we are bringing in after the starters go out. So I need that. I definitely automatically need that as far as team success. And the same thing.
6 man. Yeah, 6 man. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with 6 man.
Same thing with scoring title. I think that should be attributed to team success.
Well, that's a number stat. That's actually a number. You can't do that. It's a number.
But you ball.
It's actual.
What good is you?
It's quantifiable.
Hey, what good is you dropping 50 a game if y'all can't win? What good is that?
Unfortunately, that award ain't based off of no type of bias. It's literally whatever number that you get.
But I'm just saying, that's me personally. Like, what good is you? If I had a player that come in the league every day, he dropped 50 every day, to where he torpedoes, he smokes the scoring title, but this team ain't winning. What is the point?
And one of my other things to counter what you were saying too, like, it's hard, right? Because MVP is like kind of like, if you on a team, I think record shouldn't matter if you make the playoffs. Like if I'm judging you between a 2C and you an 8C,
nobody who don't make the playoffs should ever get an MVP.
That's a fact. I agree with that. But if you in the playoffs, you shouldn't be judging where they rank. Because what if you go to a juggernaut? Like, you automatically guarantee your team to be better than this other person's team. Is it just them? You know what I'm saying? Like,
would you go to a juggernaut?
What if you go to a team that's already established, right? Like, say, he ain't winning the award, but Porzingis. Say Porzingis won, he had an MVP year. Yeah, I mean, he went to Boston. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Boston was already Boston before it was there.
But he outplayed everybody there for him to get the MVP.
But I'm saying he guaranteed to have a better record than his competitors that are also
because of the teammates he got around.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like Luka. Like, Luka has no chance. That Dallas team is not talented enough to have a better record than the Boston. So we going to penalize him of not having a better record than Tatum? Because, you know what I'm saying? Because Dallas don't got the team that they got. And they in a weaker conference. So he guaranteed to have a better record.
See, being an MVP, meaning that you outperformed even players on the best teams.
That don't mean your team gonna win those games. It's individual. Outperforming is individual.
I don't like giving an MVP. I just personally don't like seeing an MVP go to somebody whose team is like in a low seeded position, because that's almost a guaranteed knockout in the first round. And that's another thing I have an issue with. How are you the best player in the league and your team gets knocked out in the first round?
I mean, that's easily done if you ain't supposed to get there. You basically telling them to lose, though.
Huh?
You basically telling them not making the playoffs better than making the playoffs.
No, I'm just saying that a player on those type of teams
Yeah.
Unless you, like you said, I will give grace to a transcending season, like you doing something we ain't never seen before.
Yeah.
I'll give grace to that. But as far as just giving somebody an MVP just because they may just got the numbers to have it, but they on a losing team. No, I can't.
That's why I say you at least make playoffs and have a 500 record at least.
I can't do that.
But if Anthony Edwards' team or Shy team, right, they wasn't top 5 or 6 last year,
right?
If they took a jump all the way to number 1, but say if they took a jump to 3 and Jokic was 1. I'm not going to, like, I can't penalize.
But here's my better question for you. Then I got a better question for you since you saying it should be a team success. I mean, you saying it shouldn't be, right? You shouldn't be. You got Joker,
right,
doing a transcending year again, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna bring up Shea. You got Shea. He took his team from the 8th seed to number 1 seed. You telling me he don't deserve it more than the guy that's doing the transcending season?
Nah, that's why I said I'd rather. Yeah, I would give it to Shea though. I'm not in that.
So you agree with it should be team success then?
Yeah, that's because their teams are on the even. Their teams are like equally even.
But that's my conversation with.
I'm talking about teams aren't equally even, and one player is just doing so great that he's willing his team in this playoff position, where he don't got the talent around him. Think about that OKC team. Chris Paul did that, but he did that. But he couldn't.
He didn't transcend, but he did it. He did it, but he didn't transcend.
That's why he was a candidate.
But that was my issue. Like with Chris Paul, like when he was in that conversation, Phoenix was the number 1 team, was the number 1 record team in the joint.
Because he had Booker.
I know he had Booker, but
you had a discussion about that. Booker was
balling.
He was
Booker wasn't in the MVP conversation. Chris Paul was. That's the point. Chris Paul was in the MVP conversation.
You got to get to that point where they look at you like that type of dude. It took Tatum a long time for them to look at him like.
True.
He was, you know what I'm saying? Like they still wasn't looking at him on that level yet.
Yeah, I know, true.
And but I said like I feel like if Wemby willed his team into like the playoffs this year, like if he got the 8th seed, he should be MVP candidate, bro. All the things he did.
But Wemby technically had a transcendent year anyway.
Right.
With all the stuff he was doing. So if he did get it, I would agree because of what everything he was doing all year.
And you got we had a discussion before. You in a stat era now. So what really is transcendent? Everybody gonna transcend something every year. The way it's
true, but the way the game is played. Yeah, the way the game's been played, the doors are open wide for somebody. To just go
what
off
is transcendent?
Like go
you
off
can average 35. What is transcendent?
That depends on what you're looking at. That's why I said. That's why I got to say team improvement has to be part of it because you can do.
Now you got to shoot 60% from 3 to be transcendent.
And that's going to be crazy.
Because everybody's shooting like 40 now.
Right. So, and that's going to be crazy once you...
Remember, 40 was something like only Steph can do. Steph and Clay could do.
Once somebody gets
now Bron doing it. Bron shot 40.
And that's just crazy, knowing what his percentage used to be.
40% from 3 on 5 attempts. So it's not like he only taking 2. He taking 5 of them a game.
So that's crazy.
That's not even transcendent.
But that's the reason why I'm saying, like, in this era, I need to see team success with majority of these awards when it comes to MVP and things of that nature, because that should be an end.
Well, let us know what y'all think there, man. We touched that topic there, man. We gotta. This is Through the Scope. Actually, we want this here. Thanks for checking us out. They subscribe, like the channel. This is Through the Scope. This is Queese. I'm out. Peace.